This segment brought to you by Santa Fe Trail Meats in Overbrook. Let us help feed your family.
Baxter Black says cowboy poetry is about wrecks. It's about horse wrecks and cattle wrecks and goat wrecks and all kinds of wrecks. But the advent of the four-wheeler has created a whole new set of opportunities for a cowboy to get into a predicament. This poem is called Four Wheels, One Steer, Two Cowboys, and Half a Brain. Dub was just a loafing down at the old corral. He was taking turns as the roping dummy with Casey, his best pal. Then Dub saw a sight that surely made him wince. That big red steer was out on the far side of the fence. Dub kept watching that steer, keeping his eyes peeled, so he saw that steer head for the neighbor's alfalfa field. "That steer's out, Casey," he called to his friend. "Let's saddle up and rope him and bring him back in." But before they could make their move to depart, there intervened an example of what I call cowboy smarts. "We can't wait," said Casey. "There's no time for horse and tack. I'll get the new four-wheeler. You just hop up on the back." So Casey fired up the brand new four-wheeler they'd purchased just that week from their farm equipment dealer. Dub jumped up on the back with his rope in his hand, and the cowboys gave chase across the rough prairie land. The steer started to run, but the four-wheeler was fast, and they were soon in range that his rope could be cast. Dub uncoiled his rope and made a perfect throw, like Dustin Bird at the National Finals Rodeo. But his shout of celebration and victorious grin quickly turned to a look of regret and chagrin. For the steer hit the rope at the end at full speed, without Dub in the saddle of his usual steed. The rope jerked the cowboy from the four-wheeler's back bumper, and he flew through the air like an Olympic high jumper. He came in for a landing with a resounding crash as the steer continued to go at a dash. "Let go," hollered Casey in a helpful bid to relieve, but the rope was now coiled around the other cowboy's sleeve. So Dub continued on his meteoric trip like the rawhide button at the end of a whip. His journey continued in leaps and in bounds, and occasional contact with the hard pasture ground. Then the steer reached the neighbor's alfalfa crop, and young Dub dragged in to a merciful stop. Casey drove up to find the steer grazing and standing, near where Dub had come in for his final crash landing. Casey said, in an effort to deflect Dub's dismay, "Well, you've learned you can rope a steer this way." Dub replied with a glare, "If I do this again, by heck, next time I'll take my dally around the driver's neck." Happy trails.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for the grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well in their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but yet we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, we'll be glad to answer it and work with you.